It's us.
What's good, YouTube? We back with another video, and today we talking about. Actually, what are we talking about? Let's say being a people's pleaser. I had wrote about this a long time ago, and I feel like what y'all need to start doing if y'all having like anything that's really going on in your life that you see that's a constant issue. I want you to start writing it down, either if it's in your notes or on paper. You know what I mean? Just start writing it down, because that's a good way of actually understanding and healing yourself, because you're letting your own thoughts. Sometimes people don't got a time to speak out loud to themselves, or sometimes people ain't got time to speak to somebody they really care about, because they, you know what I mean? People don't want to go to therapist sometimes. So you can be your own therapist or be their own person. You feel me? I feel like a lot of people go through a lot of issues and just ball it up, and it leads to a lot of overthinking because you don't say it out loud. But being a people's pleaser, I wrote about this a long time ago, and it's really just more so about making yourself into a slave for other people. You know what I mean? Like you would not let your true self come out because you want to for another person to like you, or you want this other person validation, or you want this other person opinion to matter so much. And really in real life, bro, it doesn't matter. Like you are your center of your life, so you got to treat yourself like you're the main character of your life. You know what I mean? I feel like that's a lot of people get things misconstrued. That's where that word aura come from. You know what I mean? It comes from people like not putting that comes from people making themselves the main character of their own story, because you're your own story. You know what I mean? You got your own path going on, and you got to make yourself the main character. Don't ever put yourself under. Don't try to make nobody else happy. Don't try to do anything. You can make other people happy. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. You can make other people happy, but don't, if it leads to you not being yourself, or you not standing on your principles, then that's one thing you really got to do. Have your principles say. All these principles are going to be things that you set as a man. You know what I mean? Every man should have principles. You have these principles, and these are the principles that you're not going to let nothing happen. No matter what, you're standing on these principles. You know what I mean? That's just one good thing. You stand on your principle. You stand on what you believe in, and that just makes you a man. That's why I feel like really a real man is a person that can stand on his principle. But if you stand on these principles and you don't let nobody break them, don't let nobody break them, you know what I mean? Just for somebody else's happiness, don't do that. I feel like you can make other people happy, but if it goes against you, you don't do it, fam. Because there was a lot of times where a lot of people will dick ride. They'll dick ride. They'll dick ride to the max, the fullest. You will see that a lot in high school, like popularity, or you will see that like on Instagram. You still see that in the bigger world. People would dick ride because of a popularity or anything. If they feel like somebody is above them, they will dick ride them, and they will try to make them happy. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm too scared to say this because I don't know how this person will feel about it. Man, fuck that person. Because at the end of the day, you're the only one that really matters. You know what I mean? You're the really one that matters, because if you put things into a different perspective, will they do the same thing for you? Probably not. So I feel like it's always good just to, you know what I mean? It's always good just to keep your principles and everything engaged. You know what I mean? Keep your principles, like stand on them shits. Because, bro, the day you don't let your principles, like collide, like the day you drop your principles is the day everybody's gonna run over you, and that aura factor that you think that aura factor, that's gonna go away. All of that is going away as soon as you drop your principles. You gotta have your principles set. I don't think no girl or anybody wants to talk to anybody that doesn't have principles set up. If we can run all over you, you think somebody will want to make you their boyfriend or your girlfriend if we can run over you? No, fam, that's not it, fam. Don't let nobody just run over you, fam. Have your principles, man. Maybe you have a principle of I am not gonna smoke. Don't let nobody change that you're not gonna smoke. Maybe you say I'm not gonna I don't know. I was gonna say some crazy shit, but we're not even gonna say that because I ain't trying to get canceled on this bitch. But it had to do with the LGBTQ. You know what I mean? It just had to do a lot, bro. But just look, if you have your principles or your morals, just stand on them shits, you know? I feel like as a man, I feel like I'm happy. Principles are the things that every man should have. Every man should have a solid principle factor. That's what makes every man a man, is their principles. Things that you set in place that you're never going to ever drop. Don't ever set no principles in place and not follow them rules. You know what I mean? Those rules you make for yourself that you don't ever let nobody cross or you don't drop. You know what I mean? Because as soon as you drop that no more, you basically dropping your manhood. You know what I mean? Everybody loves to say the aura factor. Now the aura factor is literally a man or woman with principles. Somebody who's, okay, yeah, I believe in this, so I'm going to stand on this. No matter who cares, if whoever listens to this or whoever feels a type of way about what I feel, this is what I feel. And that's where that aura factor come in. People will look at you a different type of way. People will look at you like, oh, I can ride with this person because I know at the end of the day they're gonna have a principle set. But yeah, next thing I'm finna talk about is overthinking. I feel like overthinking is something that a lot of people go through, including myself. And I went through it the most when I used to smoke a lot. But shout out to this light-skinned dude named Bonta Cut. He really helped me with the overthinking. He had told me he had said when you overthink, write it on a piece of paper and write the solution down. After you write on a piece of paper, write the solution down so you're overthinking. And once I started get to writing my overthinking, and while I was overthinking, I just realized how stupid it really was. Like, why am I overthinking over these little things? Why? Probably because I have little issues inside of myself. So that's what I had to really look into. And I just wrote down the solutions, and I realized just how easy it was to just fix them things. Maybe you can even do this 5 out of 5 minute rule. So this is a rule where if it doesn't matter in 5 years, why are you gonna think about it for 5 minutes? You shouldn't think about it. If it's not gonna matter in 5 years, don't think about it longer than 5 minutes. You feel me? Overthinking in a relationship. Now, overthinking in a relationship is not good because a lot of the times that's what leads to the end of the relationships, because people have this so-called image in their mind and perspectives in their mind that's really not even that true. That's going to lead to more arguments and more disputes and everything else. Like, people can't find the time to understand that things you can't control, you just gotta let go. You know, things you can't control, you just gotta let go. A lot of the time, people want to force somebody into doing this or forcing somebody into that because they got problems within themselves. But you just gotta truly understand that if you can't control it, you just gotta let it go. You can't change somebody into doing something else that they want to do. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't change somebody's opinion or change what somebody wants to do if they want to do it or if they think what they think. You know what I mean? You can't. It's just dumb. It's like talking to a tree and asking for it to talk back. It's not going to talk back. You just got to understand that, like, you can plant a seed into something, but it's not guaranteed it's going to grow because it's still going to have water. It's still going to have sun. And if it don't want that water or don't want that sun, it's not going to grow. You feel what I'm saying? So what I say the best way to not overthink in a relationship is to just let things be. You know what I mean? Let things be. You truly, your own self, if you feel like anything shady is happening in a relationship or anything weird is going on, then I feel like you should be able to understand that and push away. You know what I mean? I promise you, things will clear up for you once you understand that, like, let me try to take a step back and see if this person cares for me as much as I care for them. Let's see if I take a step back, if this person will fight for me as much as I will fight for them. And once you step back and you see that person is not going to do the same things and not going to go through the same extent that they will want you to go through, you're going to realize, like, I'm just doing this for what? This is pointless. You feel what I'm saying? I got my answers. You got the complete answers. You got everything that you need to know. Once you realize that this person is not going to fight the same way you're going to fight, you got all your answers you need to know. And now it's just up to you for you to have that fight and courage to let that person go. I know it's going to be hard because a lot of people got a lot of attachment issues. A lot of attachment issues come from just wanting I really don't even know what attachment issues really come from. It just really come from, I guess it's just a human emotion for real. Like you get so used to one thing that no matter what happens, you're gonna get used to going back because it's just that it's just what you used to know. I feel like a lot of people just don't like new things, and a lot of people don't want to start over or experience anything new because they're scared of what is to come. They're scared of what's to happen, but they know what's gonna happen if they stay with this person because they know what this person is about. You feel what I'm saying? That's what them attachment issues go through. Like I feel like that's just what attachment is gonna be. You feel me? I feel like envy and jealousy are like the two valuable things to like the devil. I feel like that's the devil's key themes, and I feel like he gets a lot of people with this. I feel like this is his main goal. It's that envy and that jealousy. And that envy and jealousy is basically when you see somebody else winning and you basically just saying, why not me? Instead of seeing all the things that God have did for you in your life right now and say, God, I'm appreciative of everything that you have did. I wouldn't want to be in any other different predicament. I know there's other probably better predicaments, but I'm thankful for everything that you have did. Because a lot of the times, people like seem not to like understand that God, how you gonna be blessed with a blessing if you can't even acknowledge the blessing that's right in front of you? You know what I mean? If God was to give you a better blessing, how would you even acknowledge that if you can't even acknowledge what you got right now? You know what I mean? So I feel like the best way to understand is everything that God does, everything that God do, don't question, just appreciate, because things can be way worse than what there already is. I know there's better, but you gotta be able to take the small before you can even get the big. You know what I mean? But don't even look at it as small or big, because every blessing is a blessing at the end of the day. You know what I mean? It's no bigger blessing than a smaller blessing. You know what I mean? You got another chance to wake up and live. You got another chance to breathe. You know what I mean? Maybe you ain't got the Lamborghini, but guess what? You're still breathing. You're still eating. You know what I mean? There's people that's not eating. There's people that's not breathing. You know what I mean? So you just got to understand that, like, okay, I still got my legs. I still got this. I still got that. That means there's another chance for another day for me to go out there and strive to be better than what I was yesterday. You know what I mean? You having trouble fitting in. You having trouble finding friends, finding that friend group. You talk to people, but it's just like your mindset and their mindset is just not there. You know what I mean? That popular loner. You feel like, why? Is it just me? Maybe I'm just not cool enough. Maybe I'm just not. No, it's never that. You feel what I'm saying? I'm cool as shit. I'm cool as fuck. But guess what? I only got associates. I never really had too many friends because my mindset and my level of thinking was just on a different type of scale. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people be thinking about a lot of bullshit, and I be thinking about, you know what I mean, I be thinking about a lot of deep intelligence and shit that a lot of people wouldn't want to talk about at this young, early age. You feel what I'm saying? And I be trying to get people on God. I be trying to help people. I be trying to help a lot of people because I went through a lot. Mentally fighting, I went through a lot. A lot of people just be so close-minded and so stuck in this generation and wanting to be outside and wanting to be things that they're really just not. And that's just never been me. I wouldn't want to fit in with nobody if I have to be a slave to my own self. I want to be my true self every day. I want to be happy every day. I want to be happy knowing that I'm myself. I don't want to fit in with no friend group knowing that I ain't myself. You know what I mean? A lot of people try to not be they self to be in a friend group. That shit lame as hell. That shit lame as fuck. Like you in a friend group where they not even respecting you and you still in that motherfucker because why? You wanted friends? No, nigga, that shit lame as fuck. Nigga, don't do that shit. Or you will bring up some shit that you want to do. They will look at you crazy like, what the fuck? Nigga, we ain't doing that shit. Nigga, don't. Why is they your friends? They ain't your friends. Because guess what? You can tell me you want to go jump out of goddamn sky. You can go tell me you want to goddamn paint with fucking polar bears and shit. I'm going to be like, nigga, let's do it. Or I'm going to be like, nigga, that's stupid as shit. But guess what? We going to do it. You know what I mean? I ain't never type to judge. You feel me? I'm never the type to judge, never type to hate. And I feel like a lot of people just get that misconstrued. I feel like a lot of people don't know their purpose. I feel like your purpose is way bigger than whatever is going on in that little friend group or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? I feel like you just around the wrong people. Like-minded people should be around each other because they will only make each other better. I feel like God makes you lonely because he knows that you're one of the different ones that he wants to be separated from the rest. You know what I mean? You're one of the different ones. He knows you got a bigger plan than everybody else, and you got a different destination than everybody else that you want to be friends with. So he would purposely do things to try to push you or that friend group away or separate y'all. And that's one of the best ways to do it, because y'all would be so attachment issues or whatever to try to keep that thing because y'all don't want to be lonely or y'all scared to be by yourself. But once you be by yourself, you will understand that, like, oh, my mind is way different than everybody else's. Maybe I actually got a bigger purpose. Maybe there's something I really need to be doing that a lot of people not doing right now. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's always good. If you ever feel lonely, I feel like it's always good to just know that it's a bigger purpose out there. It's a bigger purpose for why you're lonely. You don't feel like you're a loser because you ain't got no friends. Just understand that you are different. You are different. You are truly special. You are actually got something that a lot of people else don't got. Maybe you don't see it, but you are. Like, you really are, truly. You feel what I'm saying?